Welcome to the Arthur Moats Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Arthur Moats Show. And today, we have a very special guest. This guy right here is an Upper St. Clair High School graduate, second-round pick in the 1995 MLB draft to the Cleveland Indians, 12-year career in the MLB where he played with the Cincinnati Reds, the Pittsburgh Pirates, Detroit Tigers, and the Boston Red Sox, three-time All-Star, Cincinnati Reds Hall of Famer, 1999 Hutch Award winner, currently an MLB Network analyst. Ladies and gentlemen, the mayor, Sean Casey.
I'm going to come on this show more, Moats. That's one of the greatest introductions I've ever gotten. Usually they're just like, hey, Sean Casey.
No, man, you're big too, man. Listen, on the Arthur Moats Show, we like to make our guests feel very important.
I'm going to have to spread the word, man. I'm going to have to spread the word.
No question, man. So let's hop into it.
Yeah.
So opening day in the MLB is upon us.
Yeah.
So when you were playing, man, just take us back to some of your feelings on opening day.
There's nothing like opening day for players. I mean, I'm sure for you guys too, that game one after you get out of training camp is just, when it finally all matters,
Oh, no question.
There's nothing
man.
like, see, for you guys, you play what, 3 or 4 exhibition games?
Yeah.
We play like 30. Oh, so it's like not only you're looking forward to 162 games.
Yeah.
You get to spring training. It's 6-7 weeks. So after week 2, you're like, all right, I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
You have 5 weeks to go.
Without a doubt.
So guys are getting ready for opening day. So opening day is just such a big deal, and it's it's almost like I've played the World Series and I've played and opening day kind of feels like that playoff atmosphere. Like,
okay.
Packed house. In Cincinnati, when I was there for 8 years, that's the number one open day in baseball because they were the first team ever. So open day in Cincinnati was a big deal. So it was like it's a holiday. It's really like a holiday, seriously. But the only problem is with a player, like the next day, that day there's 50,000 places going crazy. Next night it's like 9 people in the stands.
Oh, wow.
Well, it's just different. Game 2. And then you realize you got 161. Adam Dunn used to say to me, we'd run our spins for the game. He'd go, Case, we only got 161 to go. I go, yeah, you're right. Bring opening day back every time, But it's opening day is just you're 0-0. Yeah. Anything can happen.
Well, like you said, man, it's such a long season too. So when you talk about the attendance aspect of it in football, every game is a big game because it's only 16
games,
right.
dude. You don't have 162. Yeah, it's 81 home games. If the kids have school on night, we're not getting any. Those 2,000 people like, hey, Joe. It's like you can hear everything. It's crazy.
Man. So you play with multiple MLB teams, right?
Yeah.
So just talk about your most fondest memories with those teams and if there was any significant differences between the organizations.
Oh, man, I got so many memories. I came up with the Cleveland Indians, which was awesome. But I was behind a guy named Jim Thome, so they traded me to Cincinnati real quick. And I think they made the right decision. So I went to Cincinnati. So Cleveland was awesome. Made the big leagues with them in '97, and then I played with Cincinnati for 8 years, which was awesome. Got to go to some All-Star games. The '99 team, we won 96 games, which is just like a cool year looking back. And it's just those were great years, man. Cincinnati was like my first 2 sons were born there.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, so it meant Cincinnati meant awesome. That's basically where I'm known for my career. Right. But I got traded to the Pirates, which was like a dream come true for me because growing up in Pittsburgh,
no question.
And I was in the era with like Van Slyke and Bonds and Bonilla and Jay Bauer and Dre making those guys.
That's dope. Yeah.
So to get traded to the Pirates for me was like a dream come true because seriously, for me it was I always thought the Pirates were the only team that existed growing up.
Oh wow. That's
wear that Pittsburgh across your chest was something big. Yeah. We weren't that good though, which I didn't like. It's like, oh man, you kidding me? Like these are the teams I'd rip on when I was growing up. Here I am, part of it. So, but it was awesome, man. Coming back to Pittsburgh was awesome. The thing that I was bummer about Pittsburgh was I broke my back the second week of the season. I broke my back and played at first base. Ended up missing like 6 weeks. Came back, and a few months later I was traded to the Tigers. But the greatest thing about getting traded to the Tigers was at the time the Pirates were the worst team in the league, and Detroit was the best. So I literally went from outhouse to the penthouse, one phone call, And then I went to the World Series with them in 2006, which was phenomenal.
That's crazy.
And Leland was my manager, so it was so Jim Leland, who I grew up rooting for, Andy Van Slyke, who was my idol, was the first base coach for the Tigers. Gene Lamont was the third base coach who used to be the Pirate manager. Lloyd McClendon was the bullpen coach. Don Slott was in. It was all Buccos.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I got traded from the Pirates to Detroit, which was basically Detroit. Was Pittsburgh.
That's awesome.
So it was awesome. So I played 2 years there. Playing for Leland was like, playing for Jim Leland. Like, I thank the good Lord every day that I was able. Seriously, that I was able to play 2 years with Leland, a year and a half with Leland, because he's a Pittsburgher at heart. He still lives here, but the guy was probably the best manager I ever played for. So it was just, those were great times. And then 2008, I played with the Red Sox, and to tell you what, there's nothing like playing for the Red Sox. It's like playing for the Steelers.
Yeah, no question.
Say, Red Sox Nation and Steeler Nation.
Yeah. Try and
get bigger than that. Nah, you ain't getting bigger than that. You know what I mean? Like, wherever we went, it was sold out. And it was like, we go to Tampa, there was like 35,000 Red Sox fans and 5,000. It's crazy.
And like you said, man, with the Steelers, anytime we travel, you're like, hey, man, it's at least 60-40 us.
Exactly.
It might be 70-40 depending on the black and gold. That's how it always is, man.
So that's what it was in Boston. That was the first time I really felt like a rock star when I was in Boston, because I was like, man, it was my first time coming off the bench too. But everywhere I went, they're like, "What's up, Mayor?" I'm like, "Oh, what's up?" It was just cool. Fenway Park, packed house every night. Playing with Big Papi and Manny and like Dustin Pedroia was his second year, and just Veritek. It was just a really good. It was probably the best team I'd ever played on, like skills wise. I mean, they were ballers, they were bangers. Night in and night out. So, and I played with Terry Francona too. Tito, who's the manager now in Cleveland, but. He's a legend, man, and like he just was such a great manager to play for. So my last 3 years in the big leagues, playing for Leland and Tito, those last three, that was, I mean, geez, I'm so fortunate, man.
Crazy,
so fortunate.
I like that. So, man, speaking on your time, right? So think about when you played in the MLB versus how the game is played today. How much has the game changed for you in your regards?
Well, more guys are throwing 100.
You're right about that.
Go watch the game. I mean, it seems like everybody that comes out of the bullpen, everybody that comes out, they're all, it's fuel. It's 97, 98, 99, 100. Back when I was playing, there's a couple guys threw 100, but not everyone. It seems like everybody.
100 is like, you got to
he throws 100. Now, guy throws 105 now. Right. It's like,
all he does is throw 100.
100. So that's when I was coming up, it was my first couple of years, you'd go through the pitching reports and you'd be like, oh, this guy's a sinker slider guy, 89, 91. You know what I mean? Like, we don't see that anymore. So I think, guys did throw hard when I was there, but not all. It seems like nowadays, if you don't throw 95 plus, like you're not in the biggest. So I think that's one of the biggest differences is how hard all these guys throw. I mean, I think that's huge. And I think the other thing that's different is like the social media aspect of the guys nowadays. Like, I can't imagine playing in the social media age. It just it just seems like when you go in a clubhouse now, everyone's on their phone instead of like we were maybe having a conversation, whatever. Nowadays it's
and that's the guys you really have to adjust for,
Oh yeah, so that's definitely something that's a lot different too.
Okay, and now when we're talking about the current era, the talk around the MLB and in the sports world in general, I mean, I'm sure football too. Absolutely. You see those numbers? Mike Trout, signing the extension, $426.5 million with the Los Angeles Angels, making him the richest athlete in all of North America. That includes me and you. I'm just going to ours together. It includes us.
Dude, he makes what we made it in the batch.
So when we look at a contract like that, I mean, everybody wants to know, what makes a player like him so special?
You know what? First off, he's a great guy.
Yeah.
If you ever met Mike Trout, man, this guy is, he's everything you want in an organization. If you're gonna, if you're gonna bet the farm on somebody, that's the guy you want to bet on Mike Trout. I mean, the guy's a gamer. He's coming for you every night. He's one of those guys. He's gonna play hard. He's gonna give you your money. You come to watch Mike Trout play, you're gonna get your money's worth. Okay. He's that kind of guy, but he's also that kind of player. I mean, he's a. His WAR right now, I think, over the years is greater than Mickey Mantle and a couple other unbelievable players.
Just think about that when you mention
you start seeing guys that are come on, that's when you know you're next level. So Trout's a guy, he's got great bat speed. He can beat you in the alleys. He can beat you line to line. He's a great hitter. He can steal bases. He plays a Gold Glove center field. Plays the game hard. He's a leader. I mean, he's like I said,
he checks all the boxes.
Right, checks all the boxes. And when you're talking about an industry that's a $12 billion industry in revenues a year, and you talk about the billions of dollars of revenue that the Angels get in that TV contract, well, locking up a guy like Mike Trout, you got Pujols coming off the books in a couple years. And so, locking up a guy like Mike Trout, who is no doubt, hands down, the best player in the game.
True.
And I think that's good for everyone else, too, because you see Harper signed for $330, 13 years, not 12.
Right, but it's still
that's good money.
Absolutely.
Machado signed 10 for $300. Arenado 8 for $260. Now that's all good, but the good thing is you got the best player in the game, hands down, is the top paid player. Sometimes you see guys like, he's not the top paid player. What's Garofalo or whatever?
You saw that a little bit this offseason with Antonio Brown, who, like you said, man, arguably the number one receiver the past 6-7 years, and he wasn't the highest paid guy at that moment.
Right.
That's what you can't have in a league like that. Exactly. But in baseball, you have that guy locked up. You have that guy getting the most money, which is he's supposed to be getting.
So now that's kind of the barometer you say, well, Trout's getting that, and he no doubt is the best player in the game. You know what I mean? So I think guys see that and they like it.
I like that. So another debate that was going on, man, between the MLB and the NFL world, former Oklahoma Sooner quarterback Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
I mean, he was drafted to the Oakland A's 9th overall, and people were discussing whether he should pursue a career in baseball versus the NFL, where he's projected to be a top 5 pick. So with you being an MLB player, with you having that experience as being a high draft pick as well, do you think he made the right choice deciding to go NFL over MLB?
Wow. Well, first off, if you're getting drafted in the first round by 2 major sports, you're probably pretty good at it. Right? No question. That's a good problem to have. That's a good problem to have. A first round pick in both sports. Let me see what I want to do. You know, I'd say when you watch him play, he looks like his passion's football.
I would agree.
You know, baseball's a grind of a sport. Passion, football's an instant boom play after it's instant. Bam, gratification. Yeah. Baseball's like, it's you don't hit for 30 minutes. You get up there, you punch out him. It's such a mental sport. Well, I think if he became a superstar in baseball, then he might have made the wrong choice.
Right, because from a money standpoint,
he's going to make more money in baseball, I think, long term.
Correct. Yeah.
If he becomes a super. Now, I think baseball is a really tough sport.
Yeah.
I think he'd have to go to the minors for a couple of years, probably, get his feet wet. Do well there, then come up. So there's some ifs there. Now in football, right? You get drafted, and then all of a sudden you're the guy, right? So I think that's maybe he made the right decision for now, as far as maybe getting that guaranteed money and being the guy right out the gates. Because if he did play Major League Baseball, it's different in our sport. You go to the minor leagues first.
Right, and I was like, that is different.
You don't go right to the big leagues.
If people don't know minor league lifestyle, tell them about it. It's drastically different than the majors.
Well, if you like bus rides and you like $10 a day, $15 a day meal money, you eat Taco Bell every day. And, I always joked, you get those long, we had a 20-hour bus ride one time. I was in the Eastern League. We went from, I think, Portland, Maine to Akron, Ohio. But it's funny is you got all the guys buying rafts at Walgreens. And then you're like Walmart, and you're walking to go to the bathroom, and you're like, guys are on rafts in the middle. Like, you got to climb over seats just to get to the bathroom. And then if you go to the bathroom and, you drop a number 2, it's $50 fine that you don't have, So it's crazy with all these guys in this bus, and it's hot, and it's the minors, and you're not getting paid.
That's a different lifestyle.
You get paid. I mean, another thing about the minor leagues is something's got to be done with that. The union, those guys don't get paid enough. I mean, they play all the games, same grind as the big leagues, and they make like $1,000 a month for 5 months. They're getting like $5,000 a year.
That's drastically different, man.
Dude, that's like poverty level.
Right,
below poverty level. So hopefully something gets done with it. I know there's a big push to try and get minor league salaries up. So we'll see what happens there.
Now, transitioning, you're the founder and president of the Miracle League of South Hills and Casey's Clubhouse, which mission is, I'm going to read this because I want to get it exactly correct.
Please do.
Is to provide every child and adult with the opportunity to play baseball, promote teamwork and sportsmanship while fostering peer relationships through player and buddy interactions. Yeah. So what inspires you to create this?
Man, it's such a cool place, Miracle League of the South Hills. You know what? A friend of mine, there's Miracle Leagues all over the country, and a friend of mine put one up in Dayton, Ohio when I was with the Reds, and he asked me to come out and throw the first pitch out. I didn't know what it was, and I saw a lot of kids in wheelchairs, kids with Down syndrome, cerebral palsy, and I was like, wow, what a great concept. That you have a rubberized surface where wheelchairs can go on it. You have a place where kids can come play and they can feel like they're part of a team. Every kid has a buddy too. We have over 350 kids at the Miracle League now, the South Hills now. Every kid has a buddy. So you would come for 6 weeks and volunteer and push Jimmy's wheelchair. You'd push Jimmy's wheelchair every 6 weeks, right? For 1 hour. We have 26 major league teams represented on the jerseys, which is kind of cool. Okay. So hey, just like we did when we were playing Little League, you're fired up to have that jersey, that glove,
absolutely.
You can't wait for the game. So these kids love it. And the other thing is, for the community, it's been a wonderful thing. Just how many people it's affected. And I just the one cool thing is for the parents that they have so much invested and so much time to take care of their kids that they're able to sit for 1 hour on a Saturday and be a normal parent, sit in the stands and just watch them play ball.
Yeah. And then on top of that, you also have the Clubhouse Playground, which is located right next to the Miracle League field, and that is an inclusive, wheelchair accessible play environment. And I mean, just talk about the inspiration behind that, man. Why was that so important to you?
Well, it's cool. I don't know if you've ever been up there, but we made it like the skyline. It's like a junkyard, but it's a skyline, the Clementi Bridge.
Yeah.
It's the skyline of PNC Park.
Okay, yeah.
It's the Clementi Bridge, Highmark Building, PPG. It's got the three rivers with the point coming up, and we got water coming
man,
up.
that's tight.
So it's great.
You got the view.
Oh, it's got the view.
You gotta have the view, man.
It's great, dude. So it's a cool place, man. It's just like I said, it's an all-inclusive playground. Everyone can use it. It's a destination place. It really is.
That's awesome, man.
And, it's a tribute to a lot of the companies in Pittsburgh that really helped us out. I think, initially, Ed Dunlap from Centermark gave me the first check ever, and that kind of got the ball rolling. What I found, when you raise money, money follows money.
Yes.
Those first 3 months, like, hey, how's it going? I'm like, it's going good. How much money raised? Zero. But when you get that first check, I remember Ed Dunlap wrote me a $50,000 check, and then all of a sudden it was like, John Eagle came on board. Highmark. UPMC,
Nobody wants to be the first.
Nobody wants to be the first.
They're like, oh, he did it. All right, I'm gonna do it too.
I remember meeting with Highmark the first time. I said, hey, you have a card? And I go, card? I go, I got a baseball card. I didn't bring any of the sun. I was like so unprepared, but I was like, I just knew it was going to be such an awesome thing that I was like, trust me, if you give me your money, you could come to the Miracle League, smell it, feel it, touch it. You know what I mean? Like you could see it. You can, it's like, and it has turned into that.
That's awesome,
but like before I had, the vision was there, but like people weren't buying in until I started getting a couple bucks, and then, and that's one thing I'm really proud of is a lot of companies from Pittsburgh have really stepped up to help us out.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Too many I could name, but it's been wonderful.
Well, I feel like that's the beauty of Pittsburgh too, man. Once they
FedEx, I need to name one company. FedEx Ground.
Yeah,
they've probably been our biggest sponsor. They've given us
huge, man.
The most money, and they bring a lot of their people out, and they've been, Seb McMurtry, who was from Upper St. Clair, really hooked us up, and it's really been that, man.
I was gonna say, when you think about Pittsburgh, man, I feel like when you have a good cause,
dude,
they're gonna hop on board with you, man. They're very supportive, and that's just testament to the city, man.
That's what makes me feel great about just being from this city, and Pittsburghers. There's something about Pittsburghers, they just rally around each other, and it's just it's really cool.
Yeah. Now, my last question. Being that you're from Pittsburgh, like you said, went to high school here, man, you got roots here.
Yeah.
I know you played professionally in other places, though.
Right.
When it comes to the NFL, who's your team? Come on now, this the deal breaker. Don't keep your head down.
Dude, I'm like literally a huge Steeler fan. Like,
there we go. You already know that.
You can't live in this city without being a Steeler fan.
You're right.
One time when I was in Cincinnati, this is great. The Bengals weren't even playing the Steelers. It was just a Sunday night football game. We had a day game, and a couple of the security guards like, Cage, come play cornhole with us and go to the Steeler game. I was like, let's do it. Yeah. So go to the Steeler game. Somebody gave me a Chad Johnson jersey. Like, I'll put the winning run jersey. So I put the Chad Johnson jersey on, but I'm having I'm a Steeler fan. It's like, doesn't feel right. But it's almost like next time I'd be like, okay, just fit in and just get through the game. So I was young. I put a Steeler hat on with my jersey. And so I'm walking up to my seats and everyone's like, oh man, Sean Cage, what's up, the man? All of a sudden they saw my Steeler hat. They didn't even care who I was. Like, take that hat off. Like they wanted to fight me. I was like, right in my pocket. I was like, I'll tell you I'm a Steeler fan next week. But dude, I'm a huge Steeler fan, man.
That's awesome, man.
Grew up with the Steelers with you guys, and it's just it's we live for Sundays, to watch Steelers,
That's dope. Well, hey man, that was it for today's show. I definitely appreciate you coming on.
Love it, dude.
If people want to find you on social media, or, man, your website or anything, man, what would you tell them?
I'm at the mayor's office.
Talk to him.
At the mayor's office is my Twitter handle. Instagram, I'm the worst, dude. I can't figure it out. My kids are like that.
With Twitter, we know what Twitter is.
They're like that. They get on Instagram. I was like, I'm just gonna stick to Twitter. So at the mayor's office is my Twitter handle.
Awesome, man.
And man, it's and if you want to donate or help us out,
let them know.
Miracle League of the South, miracleleaguesouthhills.org. If you want to come donate or you want to just come volunteer or just be a part of what we're doing, it's pretty cool.
Absolutely. But like I said, man, appreciate you.
Moats, you're my man. Hey, don't forget, he went to James Madison. I went to Richmond.
See, I left. I didn't even want to talk about this.
We were spinning webs all over these guys.
This nonsense, man. It's always go do. But ladies and gentlemen, appreciate you tuning in. And until next time, peace.